She Talks Live is back with convos about our journey to wellness with me, Latiesha Handie, and featured co-hosts from the She Tribe.
Well, my name is Latiesha Handie, and I am the founder visionary of She's Got Purpose right here in the city of Hampton.
Sharing our journey to wellness
with music to keep you jumping,
with tips, tools, and tidbits,
guiding you on your journey to better health and wellness.
Well, hello. Welcome to the She Talks Live podcast from She's Got Purpose. I, Latiesha Handie, along with the She Tribe. Y'all say hi.
Hey!
Go ahead and tell me.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tanika.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Chelsea.
Hello, I'm Latiesha Renee.
What's up, everyone? I'm Rashina.
And this is just a fragment of the She Tribe, but these are my sisters, and we are so happy to be live once again, sharing our journeys to wellness and telling you a little bit about, not a little bit about, a whole lot about She's Got Purpose, the whole intent, and why we're here. So let's get started, ladies. Let's tell the people a little bit about She's Got Purpose. Tell us about your experience. As you know, it's all about imagining, seeing, and believing in our unlimited possibilities and supporting each other's wins. So tell me, ladies, why you decided to join the She Tribe and what it is. What is She's Got Purpose? Let me hear from you.
My first encounter with She's Got Purpose was I heard about a fashion show. I think it was like Rip the Runway fashion show that Latiesha was doing through a mutual friend that was a model. She told me that she was going to be in this fashion show, and it was from She Got Purpose. And at the time, I didn't even know Latiesha, I don't think, but I just wanted to be a part of anything that was about women or empowering women, and of course, fashion. So I ended up inboxing Latiesha and was just like, hey girl, if you need help with anything, let me know. Latiesha ain't know me from a can of paint. Right. So I was just like, I want to help you. I want to be a part of it. And so that day of the actual event, I was backstage just helping her, whatever she needed, helping the models, bringing the ironing board and iron. I mean, it was a fun event. And that's how I got involved with She's Got Purpose and started developing my relationship with Latiesha as well.
Oh my God, you're going to make me cry. But that's awesome, the event, the one you're talking about. And we've been sisters ever since, might I add. The event you're talking about, Rashina was the MC that night.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even put that together. Yeah. I'm kind of going like way back to when I met Latiesha at the Ferguson Center through a mutual friend. Also, I was actually doing a mime performance there, and we met Latiesha after the show and became friends at that moment. And the rest is kind of history. Been through a lot of different chapters with Latiesha on a lot of different projects. I remember she was doing a radio show at the time, and some other things. She's always wrapped up into something wonderful and great and exciting, dealing with women and women's empowerment. And then I went to her first She's Got Purpose event, and then ended up being an MC at another event, the fashion show that you talked about. And so I've always just kind of been trailing behind Latiesha's footsteps because of the She's Got Purpose movement, really. The tribe that she's created around her. I can just even look at some of the women here and just, I didn't tell you this, but a lot of what you do, and in a lot of ways, the She's Got Purpose motto pushes me to keep going each and every day. So I'll just leave it there.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry for real. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. But that's the way that I feel about you all, because it was, your life is your story to share, and you make the best of it depending on whatever pieces you have. And so that element to inspire other women is because of the tribe of women that supported me. I mean, through every win in life, you all have been there. I think of you, Rashina, who has never told me no to any initiative that I have tried to put on, even with your Miracle Customs event consulting. You came and you wardrobed our events. You even did my wedding. I don't know if you remember that. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And then, just everybody that's a part of the podcast has just been with me for a lifetime. You know how you say you meet people for either seasons or lifetimes. And I believe that this tribe has really been for a lifetime. Even Dr. Leck. Dr. Leck calls me her boss student.
She is my boss from the day that I met her. And me and her connection is forever tied because it was my first experience teaching in higher education. So when I first became a professor, and she was a student in my first class, and she kind of broke me in. So you go in there like, okay, I'm going to do all this. And Latiesha was like getting everybody together. I mean, she like put them together. This is what we do. This is how it's done. And I was like, well, who the professor in here? But either way, it helped me develop my skills as a professor. And I had supported her in everything that she's done since then. She know I always have her back because it's just her light was shining bright from the first day I met her.
Oh, now see, this is not what I expected, but I just share a personal connection with all of you, and I look at the call and how you said I helped you grow into your professional experience as a professor. I mean, I've even followed your journey into your doctoral when you became a doctor, and you were right there, and you have remained humble even with that new achieved status. You have still remained humble and approachable to people. And so I look at even my baby Kennedy, because where you were an example to me, the assistant Kennedy, she was, my light. I got to use the light that you taught me in college and then help another young lady. She was a part of one of my programs. You remember that, Ken?
Yeah, the youth advisory group. I've been with you for 4 maybe years.
And so inspiring her has been a lot to me. And then my sister, I can't forget about Chelsea, who actually, I don't know if y'all knew this, Chelsea and I went to high school together. Yeah. And so, yeah, she's also my health and wellness coach, which I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk about. But Chelsea, please share your experience with She's Got Purpose.
My experience with it is obviously just knowing you from like way back in the day. I mean, just this personality that she gives, that this is authentic. This is nothing that she's putting on any sort of act. And I've always known kind of, that there was something with you and with your aura and with your energy that was going to change the world. And then obviously we reconnected through work. And then afterwards you had hit me up through social media because I was posting a lot of my journey about health and wellness on my social media, and you were like, "Hey, Charles, da da da," and that's when you kind of like, link back up, and then you were telling me you're gonna do all this, and I'm like, okay, and I knew you had the power to do it, and you did it, and you were like, "No, sis, I don't know what capacity, but I want you there, to be able to help along the way because your story is powerful and it could potentially help and, save someone else that, on the road that, may be facing some things. But you've truly been a guiding light in my life, whether you know it or not. So I'm sure any of the ladies here or anyone that's going to be listening, because we're going to have millions of listeners, of course, inspired, by walking into their purpose. Okay.
Right, because it's all about walking into your purpose and how you can use your story to help someone else. And that's honestly what I have wanted to do. I appreciate the warm words and support. And so although, it was focused on me, but I think She's Got Purpose is bigger than that. It's all of you and the value that you add to the She Tribe in your different arenas, and by adding your experience to support another woman's empowerment. So She's Got Purpose to me, as the founder, is a gift that I give away to those that want to attach themselves to women who are encouraged, to educated women, to women that are striving each and every day to face a new challenge, to improve themselves to being their best version. I think She's Got Purpose is all about empowering another woman to be an empowerer, and to bless people through your journey and your story. And so I know we've talked a lot about journeys. And as I mentioned before, that we talked about health and wellness, I think we're all in a position to take a leap, right?
Yeah.
And when we talk about journeys and journeys to wellness and using our stories to empower other people, I think it's good to know what that really means. So I know we said we would be talking about She's Got Purpose. I think we've given the people a lot to think about and why they should join the tribe. Let me get it right. And I think this is a good time to plug in. Please like, share, and comment. And you can follow us on IG, Facebook, Anchor Podcast at the handle She's Got Purpose. Am I missing any of them? Okay, I don't think I'm missing any of them, but also you can visit us at our webpage because we created a webpage and it's she'sgotpurpose.com. In the name of Jesus. Okay, no, I'm for real. All right.
I was like, is she having a moment? I was like,
somebody. Hold on.
Like, she got some
Okay.
tissue.
I know. Okay, so we're never too old to take a leap towards our better version. And as we talk about journey, we need to kind of define what that means for the people. So what is a journey to wellness to you all? Help me elaborate.
To me, I would probably say journey to wellness is, I guess, first of all, self-evaluation and figuring out where you are at right now, because we all had a starting point. We have a starting point. We all have a present point, and figuring out what that is and then addressing it. I think a lot of the things that you do, specifically when we were talking about the boards for your vision boards, doing like seeing it, writing it down, that's how personally I would say I get to goals and get to accomplish things that I'm looking forward to, writing it down, but starting to understand where I'm at right now today, because obviously today I'm not where I want to be, but I'm trying to get somewhere, if that makes any kind of sense.
Absolutely. I think it lends to I don't know if you all have read Michelle Obama's book, The Becoming. It immediately brings me to that space of where she talks about that we're continuously like recreating ourselves into becoming, the next level or the next phase of what we are to be divinely to do. And so when I think about my wellness journey, it's about really redefining where I'm supposed to be in the next element of my life, where my happy is, where my happy bubble, my happy space, what that means to me. And that's what I think of when I think of the journey, because it's something that it's almost like it's never ending. It's this constant thing, this constant step greater that you're constantly on. It's this journey that you're constantly on.
That's really good.
I agree.
Like both of them.
Go ahead.
I remember back to my 9th grade English teacher, and we were giving that a quote that life is not a destination, it's a journey. And so what you said, both Chelsea and Rashina, it's right. You have to start at where I am now. Like, who am I? And you take it very personal, although you want to be able to share your journey with people, but sometimes it can be very selfish, and you want to figure out what you're doing and where you need to go, and you have to know what you're doing in order to direct other people. So like you said, finding your happy place. And so with wellness, you just kind of find yourself, and knowing yourself, you'll be able to help others.
I agree. I think it's a holistic process for me, and it's really in thinking about our journey is always tied to my legacy. And what do I want to be before? What are the things that I want to do? I am my ancestors' dreams, and so the foundation that was laid for me, capitalizing on that and continuing that through the journey, creating a legacy for my children and their grandchildren, and so forth. So that's what that journey is for me.
Yeah, I agree. For me, the journey, like most of you all said, is a continuous process, and we grow as we go. And so I think along the way, when we're talking about journeys, we're talking about adventures that we take in our life. And so the adventures of our life, sometimes you have really good chapters, and sometimes you have challenging chapters, and sometimes you have obstacles and hurdles that you have to overcome, but it builds depth to your whole story. And so I think that on that journey to wellness, it's about finding perspective in every season of your life, and to be able to mature and condition the primary areas of health. And so when people think about health, they think physically, but there's more than that. And so even like when people think about a person with disability, they look for things that they can visually see, but there are internal circumstances that you're dealing with that, if gone unnoticed, could lead you down troubled path, So for instance, I know that one of the stereotypes that we have in statistics in African American communities is that people don't really think about their mental health, and that we don't feel comfortable in talking to people about our level of care, as if psychiatrists or someone to talk to about your life, to kind of just map that thing out, is taboo. We don't say that, we pray that thing through. But for me, holistic health and my wellness journey is going deeper than what people can see. And so that means an emotional tuning, a spiritual tuning, a fine tuning that goes beyond physical, that goes beyond even my occupational wellness. Like Rashina was saying about finding your happy place. Ultimately, we know that we will go through challenging seasons because that builds resistance and resilience. But overall, I want to be satisfied in the things that I'm pursuing in life, because I believe that every step that I take adds up to what Dr. Let was talking about as far as being my legacy. What is the history? What is her story that I will leave behind that will set the precedence for the seeds that have been birthed by me? I say seeds, but I've only birthed one child, but every person that is encountered with you is able to grow from what you plant in them. Absolutely. And so, you got to just be intentional with that thing. And so the journey to wellness to me is like no man left behind. In this case, no woman left behind. And women need to have that support in real dialogue, that when you're challenged, so are we. We have challenges throughout this life adventure, but it adds to the character and to the substance of the things that you were able to overcome. And so how do we find the positivity in that? How do we inseed and deposit into even the young viewers? As you will hear me say throughout all of our episodes, my baby. When I say my baby, I'm talking about the assistant Kennedy. She is on her way to college, and so having her be a part of conversations where women who are in position to influence her are doing positive things that she can connect to at a young age, so that when she goes off on her own journey that's not assisted or aided by her parents or the people who love her, will be seated in her, so somebody will be able to water it and God will provide the increase. So the journey to wellness is intersectional, and it's dependent on everybody's win. It's dependent. Right. My journey with health, wellness, full body wellness is dependent on Dr. Let and Kennedy and Chelsea and Tish and Rashina. I need us all to be whole so that we can make our communities whole. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Removing that competitiveness. Yeah, I just love it. It's not a competition. It's we're here together to build each other up. And that's really comes down to.
And I love that, because it's like you don't know who's watching you. You know what I mean? Like you never know who's paying attention to you, and you may think that, oh, this doesn't matter, or I'm not making a difference, I'm not making an impact. But Latiesha, you are. Rashina, you are. Kennedy, you are. I mean, it's people that are going through everyday life, and we're all doing the same things. You know, mother, wife, worker. And we have those challenging times, but we're not in it alone. We all have somebody to lean and depend on and empower and get us through this life that we've been given.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember the season that She's Got Purpose kind of really started to take a staple in my life. I went to a training at Hampton University about the Superwoman syndrome. And I went to it specifically because I was in a certain season in my life where I was a certain age. I felt like I wasn't accomplished. I hadn't accomplished everything that I should have by that age. I didn't have the husband, 2 children, the dog, the white picket fence, the house. I wasn't feeling like I wasn't making enough progress. And I remember very specifically tapping into She's Got Purpose so that I could surround myself by my help. I needed help at that point. I needed that encouragement. I needed that support. I needed someone to tell me, girl, you good. Like where you're at, and you sit with it. And so, that was an important piece of catapulting into pushing through that space that I was in at the time.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. So that blessed me too, because it's good to hear that, because then you can connect to people on different levels that you didn't even know existed. Because I myself felt as if the accomplishments that I have, I think that especially for minority women and especially in business communities, the ones that we're in, we have imposter syndrome, as if what we've done isn't good enough. And we have to continuously produce. I mean, when I got my first degree, I said I got to get a second degree. And then when I became an affiliate as a program coordinator, I said I had to become the executive director. And when I became the executive director, I said that I had to be leading a community group. And then I connected with political parties and stuff like that. So I never felt like it was enough. So then, after one blessing, okay, I moved from this place, but I need to own my home. So my goal then was to buy a home, and I bought a home. And then I said, well, I don't want my son to have to worry about going to college. So I'm going to make sure that he has this in place. And it was still not enough. And that's the imposter syndrome, that you feel as if what you're producing and overproducing isn't enough. And it's like, you're good right where you are. And there's grace in being able to pace the path, pace the path to these different successes. I'm not saying stop success, because if there is something that you feel is remotely connected to your purpose in life, then yes, we continue to walk that thing out. But we put sometimes extra stress and anxiety on creating these timelines and expectations for us that sometimes are unreal for the time that we're trying to produce them.
Thank you.
Burning yourself out. That's what it's. Burn yourself out.
Yes, just burn it out, And so we're on this journey to wellness. I think where we can wrap up, because we wanted to kind of elaborate on what is wellness and what is She's Got Purpose. What can people expect when they become a part of the tribe? Because as soon as you like, share, comment, tune in, you are considered one of our sisters. We just love to take in new sisters with new journeys to share as we improve our health and wellness and total wellness, not hellness. Wellness. I don't want to be instant sensation. She said, turn your hellness into okay, let's give them an example of some of the plans we have for our wellness in 2021. So what are our plans? What are your plans individually to focus on your wellness in 2021? I know for me, I'll start because I kind of just threw the question out there. At the end of every year, it's my staple to do vision boards. And this year I was able to host a Journey 21 virtual vision board party, which had about 53 participants. I'm so proud because sometimes it's hard to keep an audience on virtual connection, but we did it. And so my goals to myself was to just set 4, and that was to expand She's Got Purpose. And here we are with the podcast, taking She Talks Live to the next level, to focus on my health and working through activity to be more active. And so I've committed to a regimen with Chelsea's Health and Wellness. So we're working on our meals. We are active each and every day and making intentional movement. I wanted to focus on spirituality, to grow more spiritually. I wanted to grow from the inside out and really connect to the Creator on different levels than what I was taught traditionally, because I believe you can find God more than in the church settings that you were raised in, but that's my personal opinion. And to journey often. So this is a journey for me, and to be able to chronicle it. What are some of the things that you all have committed to for your wellness in 2021?
I would probably say to listen more. I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard me. I said to listen more, and to be more receptive to news. There's other stories. There's other paths to finding purpose other than what I was taught or what I already know, and I'm open and being more receptive. I guess that's my goal for this year.
Okay.
Mine is to increase my faith in the things that I'm doing, and I will say that I've already taken the first step in stepping out on faith. I am leaving my full time to pursue my passion of my consulting business. So that was the biggest leap I've taken so far in 2021. But I'm excited in this next chapter, and I know it's nothing but up from here, and just focusing on health, wellness, and empowering others to do the same.
Yes. Rashina, you were going to go?
Yes. I would say probably my top priority would be being open to stillness, and knowing that I don't always have to be busy. As my husband would say, stop and smell the roses, and kind of live a little, focusing on doing that more. I definitely want to get my book written. I am extremely focused on being debt-free.
Yes.
I've been working on that since last year, so I kind of have a 3-year plan. So definitely working on that. Yeah, and just really being intentional and enjoying the ride. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yay, Kennedy.
Okay, I was gonna say something. Mine, I guess to say, was prioritizing my schoolwork and maybe helping my mom more, but like, cause situation at home and all that. But just helping her more, and with like my schoolwork, I'm going to college soon, so I'm trying to get that together, and it's a lot.
Yeah, well, stay encouraged. Well, there you have it. We've talked about, we're here to support you. We're going to see you through to the finish line, Kennedy. And I think that's pretty much what we talked about tonight. We talked about who She's Got Purpose is and what the movement is, and we hope that we can encourage you to connect, and also a little bit about our journey to wellness. We want to continue to have these conversations with you on the first, second, and third Sunday of the month. You can expect to hear tips and tidbits about your journey to wellness and how you can also connect But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you in this moment what you could do to continue to join the conversation. As you've seen, we have some remarkable women that have been on this call, our She Tribe girlfriends who are going to help you get right in any area of your life. So I'm going to pass it over to my ladies. Rashina Harris, if you could tell us how people can get connected to your movement and what you got going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this year I've initiated a talk called Divas That Dialogue. And we'll be meeting every third Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. via Zoom. You can find out how to get the invite by going to my Facebook page, which is Rashina Harris. And what we do in Divas That Dialogue is pretty much talk about taboo topics. The Zoom is not recorded. We don't go live. It is really just a private, safe space for women to come together to talk about things that they always wanted to talk about and to ask those questions and to have open dialogue about sensitive topics. So we will also have special guests as well. I have some folks that are interested in how to get into the stock market. I have some folks who are interested in therapy and how to locate a therapist. It's a plethora of different subject matter. And so that is Divas That Dialogue. And I hope that you all can filter in after you watch She's Got Purpose podcast.
Okay. No. You can do it simultaneously. We go join every tribe. We want to be connected on all levels. And as we talk about being connected on all levels, I'm going to give y'all my plug, Chelsea's Health and Wellness. I don't know if I want to share it. No, I'm playing. I'm going to share it. Chelsea, go ahead and give a plug on health and wellness. What we got going on, sis? Thank you, Rashina.
You're welcome.
Yes, you can follow me. I'm at Mrs._Well at Hope 38. 08 because I changed it. On Instagram, also have a Facebook page. I'm C Hope on Facebook. But basically, everything is right now in its infancy stages. I do at some point plan to get into like consultations for like nutrition and things of that nature. And obviously, Tisha had mentioned that there is a book forthcoming. I pray, God, everyone pray for me. It'll be out and on the presses and ready to get by before the end of the year, and that'll be out. And also to contribute anything else that I'm called upon by Tisha or any of you ladies to contribute to the She Got Purpose tribe. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh, girl, we know. Okay, my sister. Thank you so much, Chelsea. I can't wait. She worked me out hard today, y'all, but I ain't even gonna talk about it. I wanted some she crab soup this week. She said I called her to find out if it could be approved for my healthy living and health conscious options. And so I said, Chelsea, can I have I can't even say it, she crab soup? She said, the crab's fine. It's the she I'm worried about. So I didn't get she crab soup. But Dr. Leck, can you tell us how the people can connect to TL Payne Consulting?
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at dr.tamika-lett. And you can also find me on Facebook with TL Payne Consulting. I do human service consulting and wellness. So I have a retreat coming up in May, which our guest speaker is Latiesha of She's Got Purpose. So, she's everywhere. And then I'll have a couples retreat in October. And it's all focusing on Legacy Atlas. And I have the Legacy Atlas Journal, which is on Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, and you can find it on tlpayneconsulting.com. So it's just a journey to just wellness. And I'm in a partnership with my best friend, Adisha of Enchanted Events by Adisha. And we throw these events to empower women to be the best that they can be, and couples. And we just want to see our community really rise because we have the ability to rise. So.
Well, yes, let's rise together, and we can talk a little bit more about that next week. as we come back to share our pursuit to purpose and what that kind of means. Like, what is pursuit to purpose? Well, we won't tell you this week. We will tell you next week. I hope that you have enjoyed listening to the She Talks Live podcast. Please follow our journey on YouTube and also Anchor Podcast. We look forward to connecting to you. You have amazing resources. If you would like the support or if you would like to be a support, please contact us and join the tribe. This production, if I say it right? This production has been produced by Refinement Studios and supported in partnership with TL Payne Consulting, Divas That Dialogue, and Chelsea's Health and Wellness. We hope that you will tune in again next week. Our times are first, second, and third Sunday at 5 p.m. You can find us anywhere. She's Got Purpose.com, She's Got Purpose YouTube, or She's Got Purpose on Anchor Podcast. And with that, I think we're signing out. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Meet us on YouTube at She's Got Purpose.com the first, second, and third Sunday at 5.
Don't meet us there. Beat us there.
Can't wait to meet you on the journey, partner.
We'll see you at the top.
Can't wait to take this journey with you all. Will you journey with us?
Bye, guys.